Welcome back everybody to the channel. Today we have a nice little update video for you guys. It's been a couple of months since I've posted any content onto my YouTube channel. I've just been all over the place with life and I just, didn't have the time really to make content. It's not much of an excuse and I'm not really here to make excuses for myself. I just didn't really know what was the first video I would post after taking another long break. So I thought it would probably make sense to post an update video to, just kind of fill you guys in on what I've been up to and what I've been doing in my life. So recently I moved all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast. I've so far lived in the Midwest. I've lived in the West Coast, and now it's my time to live in the East Coast. I'm experiencing all of the United States, and then the next step is to leave this country. I don't know about that. Maybe that's a future possibility. But anyways, I'm living in the East Coast now, and the last couple of months I've been just busy finding the right place, the right area. Obviously, having to travel across country is not like it's not like simple. I mean, it is pretty simple. You get on a plane, 4 hours later, boom, you're like in a different, part of the country, all the way at the other edge of the country, which is quite fascinating. It's not easy, I guess you could say. It's like you could do it, but it takes time. It's exhausting, especially when you're moving about and trying to find, the right place for you. I'm not gonna disclose where I live. I always think it's weird when like YouTubers tell you exactly where they live. I'm settled in now, and I have all these ideas for videos and content creation and whatnot. I just, wanted to like make this little video just announcing that I will be back very, very soon, and videos will be consistent again. And I have some other things that, like I said, I don't want to disclose in this video yet. I'm gonna save them for like the appropriate time to talk about these things, but everything will soon come into play. Now, one last thing that I wanted to actually brush up on really quickly is the Kobe situation. I wanted to give a quick little update in regards to that. I had this video planned where like I was going to talk about like my experience with Kobe from the very beginning all the way to, I guess, 2019 is when we kind of distance or drifted apart. Not like it was an intentional thing. It was just something that happens. People in life, they drift apart, and that's very common, especially with friends. With Kobe and I, it's not like we ended our relationship on bad terms. We just kind of stopped talking to each other. I was really busy. I had a lot going on with life. I didn't know really what he was doing with his life. I mean, I did offer him a couple times that he should come out and stay with me in LA, but like he wasn't down for it. Just like our relationship ended really, really, civil, I guess you could say is the word. For those of you who are unaware of what I'm talking about, essentially Kobe, he's been going through a lot of issues. He's been dealing with a lot of personal problems, mental health related over the last few years, and he's been very vocal about it, especially in the last year on social media and even on YouTube. He's come out and he said a lot of things about his friends, family, myself included. In 2020, when he started, saying these things towards the end of the year, right before 2021, I was just as surprised as probably most of you guys were when you started seeing these videos, because I had no idea like what to make of the situation. I have reached out to him on several different occasions. In 2020, I reached out to him, and in 2021, I reached out to him with very long, lengthy messages, kind of like pleading with him to see if I could help him or if he could like fight through what he's going through. The first time, I guess he didn't even respond until like, I don't know, like I want to say almost a year later. And then the second time, he sent a lot of things. He said a lot of things, and it's just like, from what I can gather, it's like obviously Kobe does not, he doesn't like me anymore. Why that is, I couldn't tell you. Like I said, we did not end our relationship on bad terms. The last time I spoke to Kobe was actually shortly after Etika passed away. I think it was the day of when we found out, or like a couple days after. I don't exactly recall, but I do remember talking to Kobe, and I was in a FaceTime chat with a couple of other of our friends who were also friends with Etika. And then shortly after, I messaged the group chat that we were all in, which I'll put reference up here on the screen for you guys. But I messaged the group chat, and I reached out to the guys in that group chat, and I asked them if any of them would be interested in going up to New York to visit Etika's memorial And, Kobe said he wasn't down for it. He said he didn't want to come. And I remember asking him or telling him if he changed his mind, let me know. And he just, yeah, he didn't want to come. And I didn't end up going. I mean, it was something that I wanted to do with like all those guys, but like, I didn't really feel like anybody was like so ambitious to do it that it just kind of never really happened. It was a lot for us to digest, honestly. Like even thinking about that incident is like kind of feels like a fever dream. Like it's all hazy, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to explain it really, but since then, like, I hadn't really talked much to Kobe. I was going through a lot as well at the time in my life, being in a new state, California. I was living in LA. I was recovering from a broken ankle, like I was going through a lot myself. A lot of his fans have been wondering like, what's going on? Why are you beefing with Kobe? I'm like, the thing is, I'm not beefing with Kobe. Like I didn't do anything to beef with Kobe. People think that like the things Kobe is saying is like reflected on like the now. It's not. The things that Kobe is talking about are the things that he's trying to make an issue. It's like he's going back and he's taking things from 2015, using that as like proof that, oh, I was a bad friend to him, or I wasn't a good person, or I did this and this and this to him. And it's just like, when you look at the way my relationship was with him, I don't know like how he came to these conclusions, but the last phase of my life with Kobe wasn't making YouTube videos anymore. He came out to my house when I was living in Illinois, and he was living with me basically for 2 years. Not like 2 straight years, but like he would come and he'd go as he pleased from 2017, 2018, and then early 2019. At the end of 2018 in November, right when Kobe was making Smash Ultimate content with me and playing all those games with me on my YouTube channel, that's when he was living with me. And that was like the final phase of my relationship with Kobe. We ended up going to New York, and then Kobe decided he was going to stay with Etika in New York for a while. At that moment in life, I had broken my ankle and also moved to LA. We never really had the chance to like go back and play Smash Ultimate or finish up any of those projects. I offered him to come out to LA and to stay with me at the house that I was living at to finish up that content, but he didn't want to. The text messages that I showed earlier were like the last text messages that were exchanged between us. Since then, it's just like I personally didn't hear from Kobe again until he started coming at me with like all these things. And it's like I could go back and decipher everything that he said and break down everything with context, because everything that I see that he said is just taken out of context. And I'm just like, okay, doing that is probably the last thing that I should do, because not only am I going to expose a lot of things about Kobe, it's just like, is that really what he needs right now? Especially when he's down, am I going to kick him while he's down? It's not. It just doesn't seem like something I want to even get myself involved in. Like I said, the last conversation I had with Kobe, it was very respectful, just decent conversation. And to my knowledge, something has happened in the last couple of years where he has decided that I'm not a good friend, nor was I ever a good friend. I've always had it out for him, or I was using him, and it's just simply not true. Like I said, I just don't want to get involved in this whole back and forth defending myself. Like, I'm obviously not the only one Kobe's speaking about. Like, he's obviously said a lot about all of his other friends as well. I wouldn't say like all of them, but like a majority of the friends that he used to be really close to, at least from my knowledge, he said things about them. But for some reason, he's more so targeting me the most. And a part of me thinks maybe it has to do with me being the closest one to him. It does suck that like this is the situation at hand, but at the same time, it's just like Kobe is made it very known that he's clearly going through a lot, and I just feel really bad for him. I hope that he's able to get through this and to fight through this and get the help that he needs to recover and to be happy again, because ultimately that's the only thing that I think matters right now, is just like Kobe's health, mentally, physically, but especially mentally, because he's really going through it. I can't do anything. I'm just like everyone else watching this unfold as it happens. I don't have secret communication with Kobe. Even when I did have contact with Kobe, like I said, it's just, if you were to see the text messages, you'd be like, okay, this isn't, the best thing to do would be to just leave him alone. I don't know how to explain it because, like I said, I'm not trying to expose anything about Kobe whatsoever, past, present. I don't want to expose anything. It's just, I want him to just focus on himself and his health and to just get the help that he needs, because ultimately that is the only thing of importance right now. Kobe, if you're watching this video, I am truly sorry that you're going through this. I really am. I wish you the best, man. I wish you the best recovery, and I hope that one day you can find the happiness, man, that you deserve. I will always remember our good times and our friendship, and I'll cherish those moments forever and ever and ever. Anyways, I look forward to creating all this new content for you guys. Like I said, I have a few special things prepared, but I'm going to speak about them in a different video because I just didn't see that this video was fit, especially with like everything that we were talking about. But anyways, I'll see you guys very soon in some brand new content. Peace.